did play a little bit. I was tinkering around with the NES, so I could throw that out there. Oh God. Newsmaster Brant McKee. Newsmaster. I have to do like voice warm-ups. The Anchorman style. Without all the screaming. I'm not gonna scream in your ear. I wonder if Anchorman's got a 4K transfer yet.
Yeah, right. Nope, don't forget Craig.
We're doing something live. How'd you know I was already forgetting Craig? How did you know?
Don't forget the Craig.
Craig, join us. Join us, Craig. Give me audio, Brant.
Now recording.
Audio, Brant.
Yep, we're there. Beautiful, beautiful. I wonder if that black line is on the show across the... Yeah, I see it on here too. I don't know what that's from, though. It's like an invisible line across the bottom. But it's visible. It's not an invisible line.
Interesting.
Can we both be heard?
It's weird.
Yeah, you're lit up. You're good. We are there. We are back after a hiatus.
Yeah.
Okay, we're my things on Restream sometimes will just say offline, and I'm like, okay, what does that mean? But
obviously we're online, so
yeah. But then it just comes back up. It's jarring to look down there and see nothing offline.
Yeah.
Where I see streaming now, it's like offline. It's like, what I click? I didn't click anything.
What you always say, you get what you pay for.
That's true. It's the free tier. Free tier of NOFODcast. Yeah. Join our Patreon to get access to the less error-prone broadcast.
Have you tried turning it on and off?
Yeah, but usually when we do that, we kill the stream, and then it's like, you know,
right.
If somebody was watching, it doesn't just come right back up. They have to jump back in there. Let's do this. We're a two-man band. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 367 of the NOFODcast. We are No Outside Food or Drink, the Southeast premier video game and E3 in September news podcast. This was basically E3 in September, was it not?
Yeah. Technically, I guess.
Key 3? Are we doing a Key 3 pun on this? Did he have his hands in any of this? Or are you Jeff Keighley?
A lot of this is Nintendo based plus Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show. This is a Tokyo Game Show heavy news bit, along with a Nintendo Direct. We had a good one. I think it was a good one. What was your overall?
It had its we'll go over the Direct and then I'll mention the controversies as well.
Oh, there's controversy? This show has everything, Brant. Drama, murder, comedy, controversy. Just not the murder part. Brant has mentioned it is a news-heavy show. We will go over those stories. There was a Nintendo Direct. Knock, knock. It's odd. OD. Knock, knock. It's OD. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Question mark. PlayStation State of Play. There was a State of Play. We now know the state of the play for the PlayStations. Xbox news at Tokyo Game Show. And Bowser is retiring. Question mark. What new villain will await Mario if Bowser himself is retiring? Is that a spoiler for the movie? Did you get an early do you know how the new Mario Galaxy movie? Screening. Yeah. You got a super early one.
Jack Black called me personally.
Did he? You've got an in like that with Jack Black and you never said anything. I
did get his autograph.
The pieces are coming together because I've never heard you slander Brutal Legend. You've never said anything negative about that on this show. If you If you go over
Just
the previous
RTS section,
the ending
tower
of it.
defense.
I loaned my copy to my neighbor. Did I tell you this? He specifically asked for Brutal Legend if I had Brutal Legend on
Really?
PS3. Yeah. I don't know where he saw it. I need to ask him, like, where did this even come up from? He's like, do you have Brutal Legend on PS3? I know you got it. I know you have it on PS3. I was like, yeah, I think I do. I'll loan it to
all
you.
in. Those tower defense sections, man. They just kill the pacing. It takes me out of the whole game.
Is it the whole back end of the game? It almost sounds like Cesar's Banjo-Kazooie trivia show thing that killed it for him.
It was you go through like this whole action adventure kind of semi-open world part.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh nope, we got to do this tower defense thing. And then you do that first little bit. I'm like, okay, well, that's over. Maybe we can continue now. And you do a little bit more, and then it's like, oh nope, here's another big tower defense thing you got to do. I'm like, come on.
It just soured you on the whole thing.
Like, is this the play? Is this the gameplay loop? Because it's killing it.
Brent, can you see chat? Because my thing reset, and I thought I had it in here, and now I don't see it. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can add it in here while we're streaming. I don't know if I want to fuck with it or not. Oh, chat. Let's see if it works. There we go. Has anybody said anything?
Right, not on the Twitch side.
We're not getting loaded down with. There's one YouTube viewer, so it could possibly be Renee.
I'd say it's more than likely Renee.
Just wanted to make sure if I missed a. Yeah, what's up, Renee? I wanted to make sure if I missed a Renee shout out that he did indeed get acknowledged. Renee, one of the silent, he's not silent. One of the co-members. We have like a subcategory of listeners and sub members that contribute to our community and help us out when we need it. Yep, it's Renee. He just said yes in the chat.
Yeah.
Good evening, Renee. Welcome to the show. Renee, I thought of you maybe 30 minutes ago. We passed an Applebee's and my spouse said, I want to go back to Applebee's. And I was like, we need to let Renee know that option is out there. I've been seeing that commercial with Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell. He's got somebody else in it too. It's a quarterback. I can't remember who it is because they're always at like the start of it or the end of it. They're advertising like an appetizer. You get an appetizer, a main course, and something else, and it's like $15, I think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
We'll see what Renee. I know Renee's gonna chime in the chat. Oh man,
that's pretty good.
Spinach and artichoke dip. We're gonna end the show now, Brant, and meet halfway at a Applebee's, our local Applebee's. Probably one equidistant between us, right?
Yeah, there's one probably 20 minutes from where I am, but the one I'm thinking of that would probably be closer to you is right off the highway.
Yeah. I missed this. Renee says I missed the spinach dip, so maybe it's not. I did it all for the spinach dip. Maybe it's not worth going back without the spinach dip. Didn't they sell that in the frozen food section? Like, I feel like I bought the mozzarella sticks. I feel like I bought the spinach dip somewhere. Like if not frozen food, it would have had to be the frozen foods, right? You pull out that tray, poke a bunch of holes in the plastic in the top of it, slap that bad boy in the microwave. Renee says they always have the best deals.
Microplastic.
Hey, we're just
microplastic in your body.
They're sitting in our scrotums right now, Brant. They pull in the scrotum.
Gotta love that PFAS.
Yeah, where do you like to store your microplastics? Where's your preferred sack for your microplastics? Oh, we're laughing about it, but it's everyday life. This is where we are these days. Let's go into this new. Oh, I didn't introduce this. I'm one of your hosts, Richard Bergman, joined tonight by Newsmaster Brant McKee.
What's up,
Brant? Thanks for building the news. You are indeed the Newsmaster.
Newsmaster.
Our resident lore master and soundboard master will not be here for this episode. Hopefully, he's back with us for the next one. I would love like the perfectly timed played off sound bit there, but it's all good. He'll be back in the fold before you know it. In the meantime, we have a shit ton of news for you. I don't know what else to. I don't know how else to lay this out there. It was a busy week in game news coverage, right?
Yeah.
Nintendo had their Direct, which I think when we record our last episode, Cesar was going over some of the. Oh, we did like a preview show, right?
Possible, yeah.
Yeah, and Cesar had seen a list of some things on I think Nate the Hates podcast that he does. Surprised they haven't found that guy out yet, because a lot of this stuff ended up checking out, right? A lot of the stuff he had hinted at, and Jeff Grubb had hinted at, but this was a week and a half ago at this point, mid-September.
Yes.
We're much closer to the end of September.
End of September,
as we record now. I think Brant, with it just being the two of us, we'll just end up trading off here and there, so that way neither one of us gets super long-winded.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nintendo Direct, this is from techradar.com. And Cesar sent us this link, you said, right? Helping out building the news in his absence.
Yeah, I found a good link. Like, it was actually pretty quick after the show, too.
Oh my god, this is actually awesome. I see what you're talking about. This is perfect. Yep, because there's what they finished with. Hey, this might not be a super long show. This might not be super crazy. I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, we're going to try to get into the meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah, and so they started off with the Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary celebration announcements. They started off with the movie, like basically a movie trailer of sorts. It wasn't very trailery though, right? It wasn't like last time in the Super Mario Brothers movie. You definitely saw like the galaxy. What do they call those, lumens or something?
Yeah, it took you like basically started in like the meadow and kind of traveled through and up to the castle and then went straight up the castle wall and then passed into like a starry sky and then just the Mario, Super Mario movie, Mario Galaxy or whatever, whatever.
So that is it. It's called Super Mario Galaxy Movie, the Super Mario Galaxy Movie. It is coming April 2026. That is sooner than I thought.
Yeah.
I think that date's been out there for a while, but that's for having not seen anything. Like we always see trailers for years and
yeah. And they say this is the big event for that 40th anniversary.
Is the movie?
Yes.
But Brant, I've never played. Go ahead.
Some people are like, wait a minute, we just did Mario, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, and now we're just skipping all the way to Galaxy. So I saw people like commenting on that, like, what about all the other Mario stuff that came before it? But like, there was a lot of references to a lot of different things.
There were
in the, I mean, you had the freaking cat suit from Super Mario 3D. So,
and you had Mario Kart heavily featured, like a whole sequence with the karts in there. Somebody was saying, I saw this on Reddit and I didn't dive into it because I didn't want to go down this wormhole. But basically the title of the thread was like, do any other spinoffs get treated the same way Mario Kart does as a tentpole franchise? And I was like, wait a minute. It kind of does. It's just a spinoff of a Mario game, but it's like, it's a huge one. It launched the Switch 2 hardware. It essentially launched with the Switch hardware, like an updated version of that Wii U one. It's just, Mario Karts are big deals. Smash maybe in that same pantheon, but it didn't sell like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Switch. But Brant, I'm excited for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, but I've never played any of the Super Mario Galaxy games.
Well, you're in luck.
Because I have my Wii still?
Yeah, if you had your Wii or your Wii U that could play those games, or even if you had that Mario 35th anniversary that had the first Super Mario Galaxy on there.
Oh yeah, but 3D All-Stars.
They are doing a Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 and this is a Switch SKU, but would also have like Switch 2 upgrades is what it seems like.
It's like native 4K versions, right?
Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's two different versions, but that's coming later in October the 2nd. But yeah, like you said, they boast 4K and mouse controls, but it seems like mouse controls are only going to be for player 2.
Okay.
So
I played a little bit of Galaxy when it came out, and player 2 would like point and click at the stars, right? Is that what they're replicating with the mouse controls? That makes sense. October 2nd's next week. It's this week, as of this recording.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
It's in like 4 days.
Week.
Yeah.
But that's actually part of the controversy right now. Is the Mario Galaxy game's price.
It's going to be affordable, right? This is a collection of beloved games brought to a new generation from the shackles of the Wii.
So you got to think they had them as Nintendo Selects and also
Galaxy 1 being part of that 3D All-Stars cart.
Yeah, they were part of the 3D All-Stars cart, or at least the first one was. But when they were on like Wii U and Wii, I think you could eventually buy them for like $20 a piece.
Download.
Technically, the 3D All-Stars collection was like, wasn't it like $50 or something like that?
I feel like it was 50. Maybe. I don't think it was 60 for some reason. I don't feel like it was a full-priced Switch title.
I don't think it was either. But this this breaks down to, if you want them digitally, you can buy them a la carte digitally for $40 a piece, $39.99, or you can buy the physical Switch SKU for $69.99.
Nice.
So that was part of the controversy. Is people are like, wait a minute, why is this so expensive? But
two amazing 3D platformers for $70. I don't think it's like bank breaking. These are great titles. And I think
it's a little overpriced?
Yeah.
Maybe, but am I still gonna buy it? Oh yeah, I pre-ordered day one.
I like the smart delivery approach with that. Like, I like knowing that I can buy the Switch SKU and I'm just gonna get the good 4K one on my Switch too. But then I can also hand my cartridge off to one of my kids and they can play on the Switch OLED or something. So
yeah.
I hope we see more companies go in that direction. I think there was some talk at Tokyo Game Show about the game keycards being an issue in sales, right? Wasn't that a whole big thing?
Yeah, and they've interviewed certain developers about keycards. Like there was somebody at Capcom that was interviewed, and they talked about how this is actually a good thing, and this is Nintendo trying to save in a way and preserve the gaming industry and yada yada yada. But I can't remember who else. It was somebody from Square was asked about it, and they were talking about the fact that at this time, game key cards for them are just the better option because the read-write speed from the regular cartridges is not there.
That's what
so
was
it's
discovered.
Better to just do a game key card, download the full game, and then play off of the SD card.
Mm-hmm. Which has the required, like, what do they call that one? Express? Like, we had to buy a specific micro SD card with a fast read-write speed. Excuse me. That's weird. You had any problems from yours? We got the Walmart branded one. I haven't. Yeah, I've had no issues.
Not an issue at all.
Mm-hmm.
And along with this, they are also releasing some brand new Super Mario Galaxy amiibo. There are two. Ooh. There's a Mario and a Rosalina.
They both look really good, but aren't they both like $30? Like 30 a piece?
Yeah. Amiibo are a little getting out of the price range now. It's like
Amiibo are kind of crazy.
When they used to be like $15, 16 to $20. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, but now they're like 30. It's no, I don't really need that.
I got the Donkey Kong one because I really liked it. I really liked how that figure looked. So they are quality, unlike the Metal Gear Solid 3, which I returned today. I had 2 days left in my return window. I pulled the trigger. Yep, I was like, I'm not keeping this abomination. And they looked at me all crazy, like, I don't know if we can return an online order. I was like, I read your policy. You can. It's okay. I'll help you. I'll show you what to do. I'm getting rid of this $200 abomination. When we all talked about it, and then I know Cesar's enjoying the game, and he was like, $200, man. It's not there. And the amiibo looks better. That
No.
amiibo snake looks better than
Amiibo's way better.
than that figure in there. And nothing else in that thing. It was like a patch, and nothing else in that box was like, I need to hold on to this thing. And then I was watching the eBay prices. They're right back at 200. So it's basically MSRP on eBay for those that gambled and got that collector's edition. So I'm good with my decision.
Oh, well, some other goodies you could get is there's actually a Rosalina sketchbook.
So
it's like a storybook looking thing.
They spent a lot of time highlighting like the story part of these. Was it Mario Galaxy 2 that featured the storybook stuff? Okay, so they've expounded on that. Like that's a new feature in this one. And then they have this physical Rosalina sketchbook available for purchase. I'm excited. I'm honestly, I played Galaxy for a couple of hours, and that's been the extent of my interaction with either one of these. So I'm actually looking forward to this package.
I know when the 3D All Stars came and went, I went through all of those because I've already played them a while ago, but it was cool to play them
on the Wii
again. And I know not having Galaxy 2 was kind of a bummer, and
yeah,
it's been within the past like 2 or 3 years. I walked into a GameStop and saw it for the Wii for like $30, I think it was.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna get it.
You had to grab it. It was complete. Did it have the manual and everything?
I think so. I believe so. I had to double check. But next up, they announced a game that should be right up your alley, Richard.
Oh yeah, I'm all over this one. Mario Tennis Fever, February 12th, 2026. It looked like, as I was watching this trailer, I'm like, oh my god, they're moving like the 64 one. It looks like that one again, but there's also like a story mode. This is Camelot making it, so everybody loves the Camelot Game Boy Color. They made the first one. They made they made Mario Tennis for the N64. I don't know who made the one for Virtual Boy, but when's the last time somebody thought about the Virtual Boy? But
maybe Nintendo. We'll talk about that later.
Some foreshadowing. It's got the gameplay looks like it's back to that N64 simplicity. Like you still had the crazy big hits and that sort of thing, but they spent some time talking about a meter that you could build up for specials, and the characters looked right. It looked back to that simplicity of Mario Tennis on 64. And then everybody loves the RPG. What's that?
They brought out those Fever rackets.
Oh yeah, the Fever rackets.
Went, oh, what is that? That seems like cheating. They're setting the court on fire or setting ice, or I forget what the other one did.
Oh, but wacky shit would happen.
A bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it looks good. I was let down by Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch.
I think a lot of people were.
This looks like a return to form. It looks fantastic. Mucho excite for that one. In some Richard lore and friend of the show Mark's Night lore, that was how we talked our parents into getting 2 extra N64 controllers. Because I was like, we've got Mario Tennis, but we only have 2 controllers. We could all play if we had 4. And that was our gateway into.
Heck yeah.
Now we got 2 additional N64 controllers to go with our Atomic.
Gotta be able to do doubles.
You have to. And we had a good time with it. A lot of nostalgia for this series for me, and this one looks good, and it's got that story mode off to the side that looks kind of crazy. It's exciting. Camelot knows how to write those stories. Yeah. Next up, we had Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 Edition announced with new DLC. Meet up in Bella Bell Park, spring 2026 release. So I'm assuming this will be one of those.
Bella Bell Park stuff looked like it was basically like a mini Mario Party mode in there.
Yeah,
it's like a bunch of mini games and stuff.
Yeah, it looked like the plaza from that most recent Mario Party, right? Like where you could meet up to go into those mini games and stuff. And I'm like, they're adding content to these. but it almost looks like it's not Super Mario Brothers Wonder content. Is the weird? You got the same vibe from watching it? Like,
yeah, I was like, this is
yeah, you added
mini
something to
game.
this,
This
but
is Mario Party.
it's not like DLC for the thing that we loved, or like
Yeah,
we've
they
been
didn't
seeing
add
them
extra
do.
levels.
We've seen them do that with Kirby, and we've seen them do that with what was the other big expand? Well, Zelda was like an updated version too. But it seems like when we've gotten these ports, there's something additional to it, kind of like Mario Galaxy 2 with the storybook, the expanded storybook stuff. That was kind of a weird thing too. I'm glad that you also recognized that and was like, something's kind of up with this. But Super Mario Brothers Wonder is a great game. And I thought this one got a Switch 2 native version, but I think that was U Deluxe. I think that was the Wii U port of...
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. Or another example like Bowser's Fury. Like that add-on still used that same 3D engine and like added on to that. But the Mario Party thing's kind of weird in this. Who knows? It might turn out to be like the coolest addition to it.
But those talking flowers from Super Mario Wonder, those little guys that pop up and they're always saying something. They made a actual product of that little guy. If you're really into those, to where you can buy one. And he's supposed to be out spring 2026.
Was it that beloved of a character? Like, I don't remember those things being that awesome. They're just kind of there.
No. That's a Nintendo. That's a real Nintendo move right there.
It is.
You'll set that little flower guy next to your Alarmo.
Go on. I didn't have a compelling use case for it before, Brent, but now I do.
He'll talk to your alarm clock.
They get an argument back and forth.
And on top of that, they did announce a brand new Yoshi game, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. It's a Switch 2 game coming spring 2026 as well. Where it's like Yoshi has to investigate all these different little creatures, and they all do different things to the environment or kind of help you out in some way. And it's like this interesting, almost cartoonish stop motion kind of
gorgeous
animation. It looks really interesting looking.
So good. And the music was right up there with like Yoshi's Island style. Like the name kind of sounds like, everybody loves Yoshi's Island, and Nintendo kind of spun that into its own thing. We had like Yoshi's Island DS, and what was the one after that? Like New Yoshi's Island?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like the sequel to Yoshi's Island was Yoshi's Island 64. Was that just called Yoshi's Island 64? What was the name of that game?
I don't even
Yoshi's Story.
Yoshi's Story. Yeah.
So then that kind of had its own, I feel like Yoshi's Woolly World and all that is kind of like in line with that style of game. But this seems, despite having the naming convention of kind of like the Yoshi's Story branch, it looked a lot more like Yoshi's Island. You had a rider on the back. It wasn't the crying Mario, but you could collect eggs and do the whole like egg launching thing. And like you were saying, Brent, you look for bugs and stuff, and it's like a sketchbook that you're filling in, and the levels seem like they're gonna fill into that sketchbook, like little bubbles that fill in as the levels. It was total Nintendo charm and awesome representation for that Yoshi character. I think it looks like a pretty solid release. I didn't see anything really during the show that I was like, ooh, not for me. I saw several Brant games. Of course, as we're all like watching this live stream together, we're texting each other. It's like, Brant game. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. There were a couple more announcements, like pretty rapid fire. Storm Lancers, which they said was available later that day. So obviously that's out now. That was like a co-op Brant game. Co-op Brant
kind
game.
of like anime cartoon aesthetic thing. It looked like can't remember if they said it was like a roguelite or something like that.
That was like a Contra-esque looking thing at first.
Almost kind of looked like Contra. Then they showed a game called Dinkum, which is a timed exclusive coming in November the 5th. This is the
Remember.
Minecraft, but it's or I would say Minecraft, or kind of like more Animal Crossing, but all based around Australia.
Yeah.
So you have to like watch out for kangaroos and giant spiders and sharks and shit.
Everything in Australia is trying to kill you. I think we said that a couple episodes ago. Australia Simulator. I don't remember this next one. Popocom. These are all cozy games.
Popucom is the one I had to relook this up. It's the one that's the online only, but like the co-op where both players get like two different colors, and it's almost like some of it looks like that Bubble Bobble where you can like take out certain colors with other colors if you line them up and they all like pop. And other times it's like y'all have to work together to cross certain things, and you have a red barrier so you can block the red light, but the other person has like a blue barrier and they have to block the blue light. And all
that's the one that was like Snipper Clips-esque, kind of like that cooperative, two-player cooperative.
Puzzle, puzzle-esque, cool. But also like some battling, and looked interesting.
All right, this next one, if I remember right, they spent way too long on this, in my opinion, but I know a shit ton of people play this.
On Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi Life, Living the Dream game. New spring 2026 release. I know these also sell like gangbusters. I don't have much to add on Tamagotchi Life. It looks like Mies. It's like Mies and Animal Crossing combined.
Right. Next up, they got into more of just like the Switch 2 specific games.
Mm-hmm.
So we got another look at the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection for Switch and Switch 2. The digital release will be October 30th, while the physical release comes later in December the 12th to be specific. Next, we got shown the Final Fantasy VII remake Intergrade, which is coming January 22nd, 2026.
This article says Switch and Switch 2. That's not right, though, is it? It's only coming to Switch 2?
I would not say. I don't think it's... I think it's just Switch 2.
Oh, boy. What would that Switch version look like?
Card.
Yep, that's right.
Although it looked like the physical edition, even though it's a game key card, they are trying to like throw some extra stuff in. There was like a little art book, and I think a pack of those Final Fantasy VII Magic the Gathering
Magic crossover ones,
themed cards are in there too. And so they threw in some extra goodies, even though they were like, look, and we know not a lot of people are happy about these game key cards, but we still want you to buy it. So
gotta be some sort of incentive there, right?
All right,
for buying that physical, non-physical copy.
Next they had Linked Banner of the Sparked coming. It says Switch and Switch 2, which was available that day. Then we had Hades 2 coming to Switch and Switch 2. September 25th, which already came out this past week digitally, and the physical release will come November 20th. And this actually, whether you buy it Switch or Switch 2, comes on a full cartridge.
Oh,
so
just won't have whatever updates, because they do like seasonal content or something with Hades, don't they? Is it not live servicing? I thought for some reason they did like...
No.
Okay. Oh, it was early access. This is out of early access now. That's what it is. Next up, we saw the Kirby Air Riders Amiibo. That's coming out November 20th. Is that when the game comes out?
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they that's when the game comes out too.
They also confirmed there was going to be another Kirby Air Rider Direct. Like, do we need another one of these things? I think it was Cesar.
Amiibo eventually.
More Amiibo. I think it was Cesar in the chat was saying like they're letting Sakurai do something other than Super Smash Brothers that he wants to do, so they're gonna let him do the directs when he wants to. He likes that kind of stuff. We got another look at Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment, which comes out November 6th of this year. That is the Musou style Hyrule Warriors. Um, it's takes place before Tears of the Kingdom, right? And like a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom.
No, it takes place um I guess technically before Tears of the Kingdom, but
Yeah.
also it's like at the very beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda gets like transported into the past and meets, I guess, like her generational ancestors technically, and goes back to the imprisoning war. So
So this is that, the Age of
this is
Imprisonment.
that.
Next up was probably my game of the show. I'm drooling all over screenshots and videos and everything from this. That is Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, which was then confirmed for PC, Xbox, PlayStation, pretty much everything under the sun. And that is also coming to Switch and Switch 2. Dragon Quest VII came out on the PlayStation, and it was famously like super hard to translate or localize. Like it was a big undertaking, and it got delayed and delayed and delayed. And by the time it came out, it was coming out against like Legend of Dragoon and Final Fantasy IX, and it looked dated in a time where this really sold. Like it needed to pop, it needed to look 3D, and you had like PS2 stuff right around the corner. It might have even come out in Japan. No, Japan was earlier. But it also kept us from getting that Dragon Quest IV translation we were supposed to get. Anyways, it was also, there was a remake of sorts for the 3DS, which was really, really good. Like I didn't remember it looking as good as it did, but I've been watching all sorts of like recap video, like just showing the differences between the three.
Yeah.
And the 3DS one still looks pretty good. I was like, damn, I thought it was a lot more 2D pixel artish than this. It was a full 3D remake of that game for 3DS. And then this one just looks, the art style on this one is, the best way to describe it, I think, is popping straight out of the instruction manual. Like we used to look at Final Fantasy VII, like we looked at Cloud's artwork, and then we saw the polygons in the game, and you just had to bridge the gap, right? You had to fill in the blanks. Yeah. They scanned 3D character models of these characters for these models in the game, and they just pop. Everything about this just, I thought it was gonna be like a 2D HD remake when we heard rumors of this Dragon Quest VII thing. It looks awesome. It looks really, really, really good. It does. And I've started this game so many times on those two other platforms, on both PlayStation and 3DS. But this definitely looks like a faithful remake of this again. And there was some talk about, like, I think they did a developer interview, and they were pushing them like, you just did 7 on the 3DS. Why didn't you do 4, 5, and 6? Those were stuck on the DS. And I think the director was Yuji Horii, right? It was like 7 was further along. And they were like, well, what does that mean? Does that mean you're working on 4, 5, and 6? And he just kind of laughed it off, you know. It was a real sly non-acknowledgement essentially. But if you even have a vague interest in Dragon Quest, look up that trailer for Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. It just looks like where I thought, I talk about this premise a lot on the show, but like where I thought games were going to go. Like I thought we'd get these really great, like a Symphony of the Night done with PS2 hardware. Like what would that have added to the scale and dimensions and music and DVD cutscenes and just everything that you can add with what you got going from PS1 to PS2. And this looks like an RPG that we would have gotten like on the next generation. It would have kept going in that same art style. And it seems like turn-based RPGs are making a comeback, right? We cried about that for a long time, and now we're getting a lot of them. So definitely support. Assessor would say, vote with your wallet. Next up, Nintendo Today app, everyone's favorite phone app that they keep forgetting about, updated with a Kirby theme and more updates.
Then they told us about the Switch Online Plus expansion pass is getting a update with something no one saw coming. Virtual Boy for Switch and Switch 2 is coming February 17th, 2026 with a catch. They also showed off that to play these games, you have to have a dedicated peripheral, which is either what essentially amounts to like a old Virtual Boy shell
Yeah,
that
which looks
they
good.
have, or a like Virtual Boy Labo cardboard headset. Which here's the other controversy: the cardboard headset comes out to $24.99. The Virtual Boy shell, which will fit either your Switch or Switch 2 in there, is coming out to $99.99. So there was that.
I just can't believe. I mean, we would probably discuss Virtual Boy at some point on the show, and we have in the past. It's an important piece of Nintendo's legacy. But for them to give it like this prominent feature on a Nintendo Direct and talk about it being a great perk for expansion pass and all that, and I was like, oh my god, they're doing this. It's almost like an April Fool's bit.
They never
thought,
acknowledge it. They never acknowledge it. And they said the whole 16 games, will eventually be on there. So
I looked at the library, I just kind of paused the YouTube video at that point, and all the good ones, all the ones you would want to play on the Virtual Boy are on that. You got Mario 3D Clash, Mario Tennis, Wario Land for Virtual Boy is a very, very good game. Tolero Boxer. Was it a baseball? I think it's a baseball title. There's a Tetris.
Yeah.
V Tetris, I think is what they called it. And it looks like we're getting all the games, like the English games, the Japanese games. It looks like everything's in that app. So I'm kind of excited for that. I put my Oculus Quest in developer mode a couple years ago, and there's a great Virtual Boy emulator for that, where you can turn off the red and black and make it like grayscale, or you just assign different color schemes to it. Almost like when you fire up the Game Boy Color and you can hold down those different arrows or those different button combinations to play original Game Boy games in the different color palettes. You do the same thing with that emulator. So hopefully they do something like this, because that red and black is very... I mean, I know it's iconic for the Virtual Boy, but it's kind of nauseating to stare at for minutes on end, because every 15 minutes the game pauses and tells you to take a break and take your headset off. Are you getting this?
Still do that?
Are you getting the peripheral?
I'm undecided. I kind of want to.
Yeah.
It was interesting because I kind of thought about like looking into actually buying a Virtual Boy, but it's just they're so expensive, and it's one of those things where it's not worth it to actually buy one, and plus nowadays a lot of them are not in great condition. They're prone to like one side of that screen going out, so you're not even getting the 3D effect or anything. So it's like, meh. This is an approachable, semi-approachable way.
Semi-approachable?
You can't tell me they couldn't just have the screen display. It's like, yeah, you can play the games. They're not going to be in the 3D, sure, whatever. But if you want to play them as they were intended, here's the cool peripheral, you know. But they're like, no, if you don't get this thing, you cannot play these games. So
I wonder if that Labo one would work. Like, people are going to rig up a way to have this actually function without needing the $100 thing or the $25 cardboard Labo.
I mean, they already had that one Labo VR headset, so I'm wondering if people can like use that old one on their original Switch.
Yeah.
And see if get it working.
I don't think we had that one. I think all it used that I could remember was a Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. That was like a 3D one. But I don't even know if it was the full game. It might have been just parts of it. But that would be interesting to see. I don't know. People are gonna be, as soon as it comes out. As soon as it comes out, people are gonna be trying to break it or figure out ways that it can be done without spending for those things. Or is it just going to be another collector's thing? Like, I've been buying those controllers for the virtual console. What do they call it? Switch Online stuff, but I don't think I use any of them. I've got other dedicated controllers for those things.
I used the GameCube one.
Oh, I do have that one. Yep, I got that one. That's the most recent one, isn't it? Murmy has joined the show in the chat, asking what they came into. I'm just saying Virtual Boy nonsense.
Virtual Boy
Virtual
nonsense.
Boy is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online service. It was a red and black 32-bit RISC processor console that you had to lean into. The controller was great. It was like a prototype maybe for the GameCube style controller with the handles and stuff.
Yeah. Had 2 D-pads.
2 D-pads. I got one years and years ago. I didn't get the fire sale Blockbuster ones with the nice cases and everything for like $20 and all the games with it, but I think I paid like 40 or 50 20 something years ago. And I've got randomly I have one without the cowl and all that. Like I've got a complete one, but then I've got just the Virtual Boy without the the thing you peer into.
Shroud.
Yep. Doesn't have that. It doesn't have the stand. It doesn't have the controller. It's just the unit. So I've kind of had it just sitting around as a backup thing. I was gonna say, Brant, don't go down this path. Either get this thing and spend the $100 and get the same experience, or we will rig mine up and you can play the 3 games that I have for it.
Right.
Or go the Oculus Quest route and play those.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's probably easier, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on, we had Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake coming early 2026, and I think this was announced to come to, at least I saw it for PlayStation. I would assume it's possibly going to Xbox as well.
So Cesar told us this was the last like Nintendo published one, but I think this is that one he was talking about? Because this is the one from PS2 and Xbox, and that one wasn't Nintendo published.
I don't know if this was the last Nintendo one.
Because I have Fatal Frame 1 and 2 for Xbox, and I heard Crimson Butterfly, and then I saw that box art when they showed it off in the Nintendo Direct, and I was like, I think that's that one from PS2 and Xbox. But we'll see. Yeah. I'm sure they'll start talking about it down the road.
Then they showed off One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Several games are getting Switch 2 editions here. We've got Overcooked 2, Stardew Valley, Human Fall Flat, which is also getting 5 new levels.
All Nintendo
and a lot
Switch
of those
2, like native editions, right?
Yeah, and a lot of them they showed off the game share, to where technically only one person has to have the game, and then you can share it off to everybody else.
I like that feature.
Power Wash Simulator 2 coming fall 2025. The Suka game Planet.
That the fruit thing that Cesar told us about?
It is
probably like a year or two ago.
Yeah, it's like the fruit combination game. But I remember them showing off like it's like a 360 thing, where like the player can rotate like around the whole game board and combine in different areas, and there's multiplayer and stuff like that. I think they showed game share with that as well.
Yeah.
Coming winter 2025.
We called it the fruit game, but we need Cesar to expound upon. It's like a puzzle. There's a puzzle element to it.
Yes, yeah, somewhat. It's one of those where it's like you want the same types of fruit to touch, and then they combine and they turn into like a different fruit. And the more you combine them, the bigger score you make. And but next we got a look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Which is coming December 4. And it's very also soon. A motorcycle game.
Yeah, it's like an open world motorcycling.
Yeah.
Like Days Gone, Brant. It's Metroid Days Gone. It's your favorite. It's a blend of your two favorite genres.
They showed off Samus on that motorcycle. They showed some like amiibo. There's an just a Samus amiibo. There's her on the motorcycle, and there's, I guess, whatever kind of like enemy as well. There's a little amiibo for those.
Was that the one I kept seeing? It was like Silux or
Yeah, it's something like that. It's got a weird name.
Is that character in like Metroid Prime 2 or 3? I don't think they're in the first one. I know I'm at the end of that, but I don't remember them being in the first one.
Yeah, I don't think they're in the first one.
Yeah. It looks good. December 4th. We knew we were going to get a date, right? And they splashed that. December 4th, 2025.
We've only been waiting since, 2017? Was it?
Is that when they announced it? I mean, you could technically say been waiting since Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, which was like 07 or
True.
08. It was so close to launch. I feel like it was 07. Talking about 20 years for the next sequel. What, 3 consoles? Well, it's on Switch also, so I cannot wait to see comparison videos of this Switch versus Switch 2 builds and see what we knew we needed better hardware. I think we talked about it on the show. Like, I don't know how they're getting this thing running on the Switch, and then come to find out, it's going to be a Switch 2 title. But it's also coming to the original Switch still, so.
Yeah. Which it's probably going to chug on Switch.
Big time. Watch it be like super amazingly optimized.
You brought up Donkey Kong Bonanza. They announced new DLC. This is DK Island plus Emerald Rush. It was also available day of the show.
Have you heard any impressions of that, or like people saying whether it's good stuff or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the things I've seen, people seem to enjoy it. I mean, it's more of the same, and also it's kind of like time trial-ish, but it mix it up because like you get different little power-ups and things that kind of change up the gameplay.
Yeah.
It looked pretty interesting. I can't remember if this was like $20 or $30 though. I think it was that standard like $20 DLC. So
it looked built for a combo of like people that love speedrunning and the roguelike type stuff, like a combination of those genres.
But it was cool to see like the old school DK Island in there too. So
with the music, I heard the music, I was like, hell yeah.
Next up was Pokemon Pokopia, which was
the Minecraft one.
This is the weird like Minecraft, again almost Animal Crossing-ish, where the Ditto turns into the unsettling like child.
Yes,
and then like,
creepy looking.
And then like terraforms the land and does whatever to encourage other Pokemon to come live on the island.
And it was all a Ditto, like the Ditto stirring up all this stuff. Ditto Simulator.
It was a little odd. And it just says launching soon.
It was the shoehorn narrative that they put in there. It's like, did we really need this? People would they're just going to play a Pokemon game. You don't have to make it like, this is a Ditto that wandered off and turned into a creepy kid. It was bizarre.
It's a super creepy kid.
It was bizarre. Uncanny Valley went off.
Here's your other
more Pokemon news.
You came here with Pokemon Legends ZA. So the game isn't even out yet, and they're already announcing paid DLC. Mega Dimension. Immediately when I saw it, I'd already kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, "Woof, y'all can't even wait to sit on this DLC." Like when you announce DLC before a game is even out, well in advance, more than a month in advance, it kind of shows me, okay, either y'all had some ideas for this and then couldn't fit it into the game on time, or somebody said, stop, wait, put that to the side, we can make that DLC and get more money.
Yeah. Cut that from the game they're already paying $70 for.
Right.
Like we just talked about Donkey Kong. So, Donkey Kong Bonanza's been out 2 months. So here's something, those people that beat it, you're in that boat. Maybe you want a little bit extra content to add to that.
Right.
But before this even comes out, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But they're going to do it. So who's actually getting their panties in a wad about It's coming. They're doing this with all these.
And the DLC doesn't come out till sometime early 2026. But they also showed a new trailer which showed off like 3 different new Mega Evolutions. But that again brought some controversy because you can't just get these through playing. You have to not only buy the game, not only play the game, you have to have Nintendo Online and play through ranked matches online through 3 different seasons because you only get 1 per season. You can only earn one of those stones to Mega Evolve once per season.
Some
So
crazy barriers here.
people were already like, "Oh wait, so we have to pay what is it, 30 or 40 bucks for this DLC? 60 70 bucks for the game. Then we have to have online if we want to earn these Mega Evolutions. So now this game is going to be over $100.
They're going to pay.
So,
These Pokemon fanatics are going to pay.
Pokemon cha-ching, cha-ching.
Buy it, Bleach. This is one I'm going to play alongside you. We'll trade back and forth.
Don't get Bleach started.
This is the one. Next up, we saw Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair plus additional story. I guess it's like Danganronpa coming to Switch stuff.
Yep.
Has it been out on Switch before?
I think some of the Danganronpa games are, but this one, Danganronpa is like a weird thing. I'm not like huge up on it, but it seems like they're one of those games where people either love them or they just are like, play them. They're not that great, but they're good games. They're okay games. Like, go just play it. So I don't know. I've never played a Danganronpa, so
I haven't either. I remember listening to that IGN Beyond podcast when it came out for Vita, and they all went crazy for this shit. I don't know anything about it. I know it's got a bear. It's got that bear with like the weird eyes in it.
Yeah,
that's the extent of my
like high schoolers trying to kill each other or something. Or
okay,
that's like barely my extent of knowledge.
Like Battle Royale,
pretty much.
Dynasty Warriors Origins is getting a Switch 2 edition plus play DLC. That is January 22nd, 2026. So that's been out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. That is a new announcement for Switch 2. Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection comes out March 13th of next year. Then 2 Point Museum, October 28th of this year. Did that one show off the mouse controls? Could you do mouse controls with that 2 Point Hospital? Because I know that's a PC.
I believe so.
I know it's a PC franchise. Disgaea 7 Complete comes out October 10th. I've never played a Disgaea game. Would I like a Disgaea game? Is that a Richard game? Probably not. It's a strategy RPG.
Possibly.
Yeah. I did get my pre-order in for Final Fantasy Tactics, so maybe I'm gonna be a strategy tactics game player after all.
Yeah, it might be one of your games.
Might be a Richard game. EA Sports FC 2026 comes out September 26th. We also got a huge update during this and Tokyo Game Show on Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake, which comes out October 30th. They're showing off a new area like the seabed or seafloor or something like that. That's what they're showing off across these trade shows. Virtua Fighter 5 Revo World Stage comes out this winter, 2025. Does that mean... Yeah, I guess that means like all the way up until New Year, right? If it says winter 2025. Yeah. Lego Voyagers, September 15th. I don't remember this one. What is Lego Voyagers?
That's the one where you like play as Lego bricks and you literally have to like help each other and puzzle things. It's like one of those like It Takes Two or something like that.
Okay. Cooperative.
Yes.
Cooperative and potentially counter-operative, depending on how you play.
Yes.
Little Nightmares 3 is coming out October 10th. Okay, so they really just like everything's coming out in October here at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Persona 3 Reload, October 23rd. And then you had some pretty big third-party heavy hitters. with the announcement of Resident Evil Requiem coming to Switch 2 alongside a new trailer. That's the newest one. That's not a port or anything.
Yeah.
That's going to be... Is that day and date with all the other ones?
I believe so.
Finally in line with the other consoles.
There's a rumor going around. Of course, obviously, it's going to be on a game key card, but there's a rumor floating around that it might be cheaper on Switch than the other consoles because of that.
Development assets or a game key card? We actually get an advantage of...
Yeah, possibly.
We said he'll only buy the Pokemon game if I'm 6 gyms in. Then he'll start it. So Resident Evil Requiem is announced for Switch 2. There was a new trailer, and then Resident Evil 7 Biohazard Gold Edition and Resident Evil Village Gold Edition were announced for Switch and Switch 2, February 27th, 2026, early next year. And then, last but not least, the big, one final announcement. Yep. And that was a new Fire Emblem game, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which got a whole big trailer and some details of the battle system and that sort of thing.
Yeah, this had already been rumored to be that we were supposed to see this at some point soon. So, but this is, I guess, either a continuation or a prequel. It's something close to the other one, Three Houses. That came out on Switch. So,
Reset Era is doing like a top 100 RPGs of all time, and I was just scrolling. Like, they haven't done the top 15. They've done 100 to 16. I think they filled in some honorable mentions, so I think they've actually got like 111. I need to go back in that thread and see what else is in there. But they had Final Fantasy VIII like super high, like 19 or 20 or something like that. It's an interesting list. It's a very interesting list. But I think the top Fire Emblem on there was Three Houses, so that's a highly revered.
It's supposed to be a good one.
Fire Emblem. I haven't played one since the 3DS one. Was that Awakening? The first 3DS one, the one that like brought Fire Emblem back. Yeah. We were all scared, like, if we don't buy this SR thing, if we don't buy this Fire Emblem, we'll never get another Fire Emblem. Better vote with your wallet. You better support this one.
Yeah.
He tailsed it. And I actually ended up really liking that one and playing a lot of it. I turned off permadeath because I'm not that good. I couldn't do the permadeath thing. I would just lock up and not play anything if that was the case. If I'm gonna lose these people forever.
Right.
I know people are out there like, you're not playing it the right way. I don't know. I didn't want to lose these people forever. I just wanted them to die for the battle and then come back to me. That was it, Brant. That is the Nintendo Direct from September 2025. We did that news block in an hour. That's just the first story.
Yeah. Oh, God. Then the next one will be fairly quick. There was like a small little presentation that involved Kojima, which he showed off all sorts of things, including like some cross promotion he's doing with Japanese banks to have like Death Stranding bank cards, and there's all sorts of weird things going on and shown.
Kojima-esque things.
But the top thing here, which a lot of people will be happy about, is the partnership with him and Xbox for the game OD, which now has the subtitle Knock, and is completely a completely new gaming experience running in Unreal Engine 5.
Oh yeah, this is the one people were worried about when when Perfect Dark and what'd they call them? It's not the Coalition. When we had this most recent round of Microsoft layoffs and game cancellations, people were worried that this one got caught.
Really worried about that.
Yeah. Apparently, it exists.
Of course, he's saying it's completely new infrastructure, totally new. Nobody has ever done this before. It's Kojima. He's gonna do some weird experimentation and some some interesting things here.
We're absolutely going to see more of this at the Game Awards. There's going to be another special trailer just for the December Keeleys.
They had an interesting trailer for this, which looked. It had a very PT vibe at the beginning. And the visuals looked amazing, honestly. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out.
I may or may not be watching it now. Oh, it's a bunch of like redacted text in the story and the narration. All right, that looks good.
So of course, Phil Spencer had to put in that. Of course, they're excited to work with Kojima and bring his vision to life and yada yada yada. They also, this was the 10th anniversary, some kind of 10th anniversary for Kojima Productions.
Mm-hmm.
It also had the first look at the stealth game Fizzant, which they threw up some like concept art. It wasn't really anything tangible to go off of, but this looks like, Kojima wants to get back into that stealth espionage franchise, and this is it.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like he wants to continue Metal Gear without actually being tied to that Metal Gear franchise.
Yeah. A reboot of sorts with the same premise, the same mechanics.
And then he had some, there was a reveal for his project that he's got with Niantic, where it's like a Death Stranding Niantic, not quite Death Stranding Go.
Death Stranding Go.
But I guess they'll eventually Death Stranding Go.
Let's all meet at the park with our phones out and play Death Stranding Go. Remember when everybody was doing it?
Show more of that eventually. Death Stranding Go. Do you have to meet up with like a bunch of stacked packages on your back, or
yes,
does somebody have to have like a crying baby attached to them? Or
yes, and Mads Mikkelsen. All these things are mandatory for Death Stranding Go. I wonder why he hasn't done anything with cell phones yet. I know, like, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain dabbled with smart glass type stuff, but Kojima would be the type person to put together, like, everybody's got a smartphone in their pocket, right? He would be the type person to build some sort of crazy bridges, networking, some sort of madness like that. There was a PSP game. Maybe he just hadn't found the right. I don't know. I'm on a tangent.
Didn't he want to do that with PT, with the Silent Hill thing, where like you had to like put in your phone number, and either that or some game. I remember hearing something about this, that one of his ideas was that you would have to put in your phone number, and like the game would send you like personalized, like weird messages and things like that.
That's cool. At the right time.
Mess with you psychologically.
Yeah. Like a Psycho Mantis type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even was drawing a blank, Peace Walker. You could put Peace Walker in that like ad hoc mode and base build. Like you could go past people that had it and swapped troops and things like that. Like it had a whole ad hoc connectivity networking thing that it was trying to pull off too. But you had to be somewhere where a lot of people were playing that. So again, I think that's the IGN Beyond podcast. I would hear about them talking about building up Mother Base and doing all that on PSP.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming those features are not in the HD version. So I wonder if that still works.
They were not.
No. Didn't you mess around with Peace Walker within the past couple of years and talk about it on the show?
I did.
Yeah. Did you finish that?
Mm-mm.
You were in a Metal Gear phase. As one does from time to time. Is that it from the Kojima show?
that's it from the little Kojima show. We got to move on to the our PlayStation State of Play.
So I did not watch the beginning of this. I forgot it was coming on. I caught it at the Battlefield bit. So if you want to talk about those first couple, because I know it was built around this Soros, but I didn't watch any of it.
They started off with Soros, which is the follow up to Returnal from Housemarque,
which you enjoyed.
Yes,
and we have talked about doing the co-op one.
Yes, we should. I wonder if they're going to have it in this one, or if they're going to do that in a future update. But they showed off
paid DLC.
Basically, if you enjoyed Returnal, you'll enjoy this. It looks like a little bit of more of the same, but they switched it up with, they showed off some different abilities. This new character has like a shield that can actually absorb some of the energy, and then you can eventually like fire it back at some of these enemies. They showed off that they didn't necessarily say there's going to be a skill tree, but it seemed like there are certain unlockable skills that become permanent. One of the ones that they showed off was this like second chance, to where if you've already got that perk, the first time, if you would die, you could technically get a second chance to come back and get back in the fight, rather than
I would need that
start
one
back at your it would be very helpful sometimes.
I would need that one for sure.
Talked about like pro enhancements and things like that, but also Soros arrives March 20th of next year.
Also soon. I feel like everything we've talked about has been within like 6 months.
Oh yeah,
on all these shows.
Everything's very, very soon.
Yeah.
So then they showed Zezum Zero Paradise.
What is that?
Oh, no.
Oh, this is the Disco Elysium people. Not that studio, but the people that founded the studio. Oh no, it is that studio, or at least what's left of the studio.
No, it is
behind the highly acclaimed Disco Elysium. Oh, how did this one look?
It looked very much like Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
But it's a described as an espionage RPG. And it's supposed to be coming out sometime next year, so I'm sure we'll see more of that later. Then we had Microsoft Flight Simulator.
My favorite PlayStation franchise.
Actually made a appearance. Coming out December 8th of this year. I did see somewhere that it's getting VR support as well. So this would be interesting to play.
Wait a minute now.
Right?
I was laughing earlier, but I don't know. That would be awesome.
This might be one to grab, man.
Yes, it would be. If you don't get nauseous.
Then we jumped into the part that you saw, where we got into the Battlefield campaign trailer, which actually looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, certain individuals in our group chat are sending in their receipts of them pre-ordering this title. One of them was already going to get it, but the campaign, I think, put someone else over the hump. So
over the edge, yeah.
Yep. Campaign did look good.
We won't have to wait too much longer, as Battlefield 6 will be coming October 10th.
Very soon.
Then we got Deus Ex Remastered.
Did we know this was coming? I feel like this was a total surprise.
This was kind of out of left field. So it's coming from Aspire. They showed off how they've updated the visuals, rebuilt character models, worked on the lip sync dialogue and the physics.
Very faithful. It says here Aspire's calling this a careful modernization. It definitely looks like the root game. Like it's not
oh yeah.
This isn't a Resident Evil PlayStation or Resident Evil GameCube situation. This is a nice upscaling, modernization, preservation, basically, right?
Yeah. And from what most people have said, it's like for the time this game was amazing. It was um just like this huge impact to the gaming industry. But to today's standards, it hasn't held up as well. So it does need this this remake treatment.
Facelift.
And it will be coming February 5th of next year.
Same week as Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest 7.
Next we got a game that made me think of a friend of the show, Charles.
Yep.
Halloween, the game. This is the asymmetrical horror game where you play as either Myers or the survivors.
Is this that same studio that makes all these? It looked good though.
It looks the same, but it's that. It's the same premise for sure.
Just like Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th and stuff like that. Let me see who's. Yeah, Ilphonic. It's that studio that makes all these. Okay. Ilphonic. Yep.
It kind of looked good though. Yeah.
He's scary as shit when he's just standing around places. Oh my god!
It launches. The game will launch next year. It says on September 8th. So you'll be waiting about another year on this. But
yeah,
like we said, it looks really good. They showed off, the survivors running around, and you can of course, you could shoot Michael Myers, but he doesn't stay down. But then they showed some special abilities you get as Michael Myers running around, and you can kind of ghost through corners and stuff, and to get around obstacles and catch people. It looks fun.
It does look good. This would be a streamable game, right?
Oh yeah.
Man, September 8th of next year, they announced. I just said, man, all stuff's coming out within 6 months. And then there's the Kojima project that's way out. And this one's literally a year.
Yeah, a year.
But you had a window there. You can't release this in February, I don't think. You have to hit during spooky season, as you call it.
Yeah. Then we got a look at the fantasy ARPG Last Epoch. I
don't know what this is.
They showed it earlier this year. I'm trying to remember.
Was it a mobile game? Or has this always been on consoles? Oh god, this Eurogamer article says the rather middling fantasy action RPG.
Oh lord.
That's now owned by it looks like a Diablo type game.
Yeah.
But there's a new expansion coming out called Oribos. So that's coming to PS5 alongside this sci-fi fantasy Diablo looking thing. We're really selling it short, and a lot of people work hard on these games, but
yeah,
I think that's the best description for now.
But it's not out yet. No definitive time frame there. Then they showed off 7 Deadly Sins Origin
anime game,
which is your obligatory anime game, RPG style. So I'm sure fans of the 7 Deadly Sins franchise will be happy to see that.
Fans of the franchise rejoice.
January 28th next year to PS5. Then we got the showing of some Sonic Cross Worlds Racing Mega Man DLC, where you get Mega Man and Proto Man, and they showed off the whole stage based around freaking Dr. Wily's castle.
Wow.
Showed comes out sometime next year. But of course this game
DLC does, and the game's already out, right?
Yeah, the game's already out. It came out last Friday. So
I didn't realize it was coming out for PS4.
Days. Oh yeah.
Wow.
But this game's going to have a lot of DLC. It's got Ninja Turtles, Mega Man, Yakuza characters.
Yeah, they've
it's got
announced
everything.
a bunch of stuff for this one, haven't they? Next up, we get a release date for Neo 3, February 2026, along with the trailer to accompany the news. Sticking with the... Well, that's Team Ninja. I can't segue. Nope. The next game they announced is Dynasty Warriors 3 is getting a remaster from 2001. It's being rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. So they did... This was really cool. I love when they do stuff like this. They showed the PS2 game in 4x3 and it looked like composite video, and then they immediately show what that looks like in this new version, and it's awesome. It looks really faithful too. Unreal Engine 5, and you're going to get the standalone expansion Extreme Legends built in. So this is all the content for Dynasty Warriors 3. Early on in the Musou franchise, so people didn't yet have Dynasty Warriors fatigue. I introduced Wish to Dynasty Warriors earlier this year. We were having a good time with one of the PS2 ones. What'd that say? Early March 19th. And that's coming to PS5. I didn't see anything else announced on there, did you? Is that a PS5 exclusive so far?
I can look that up.
I don't remember. All they showed was PS5 on here. Back in the day, it came out on Xbox as well, but I mean, these are 25-year-old licensing agreements at this point that may or may not still exist. Code Vein 2 was the next game up. Bandai Namco's 2019 anime action RPG Code Vein is getting the sequel treatment, sensibly titled Code Vein 2. That's going to be January 30th of next year.
Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered Complete Edition is coming to PS5, Switch 2, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series S and X, and Steam.
Nice. Everything. Beautiful.
1 to 2 players.
Split screen. Hack and slash.
Split screen.
Nothing like some butt rock and actual TV on in the background so you can glance over at something else every once in a while. As your gate captain runs off and gets murdered and you fail the whole mission because they ran off and got killed. Then we got shown off another trailer for Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles on September 30th. So that is also this week as of the recording. Then they segued into Let It Die Inferno, the official sequel to Grasshopper Manufacture's 2016 hack and slash oddity, Let It Die. I don't remember Let It Die at all.
It's a PvPvE kind of thing, online only.
Is this going to be free to play, you think? It's December 3rd of this year.
I do not think so.
Really? Even though you can't play offline? I don't know. It seems like a service builder to me. You would want to draw people in with cool content.
I mean, it says Let It Die is free to play.
Is it still? Is that the weird skateboarding one that Grasshopper did? I can't remember. We would end up way in the weeds here. Next up, Chronoscript, The Endless Inn unveiled. Brant game. Brant, tell us about this Brant game.
Let It Die Inferno is you could pre-purchase it on Steam for $25.
Okay, so it's not a huge barrier of entry for online hijinks, PvPvE.
But you're talking about Chronoscript, The Endless End.
Of course I am. A Brant game.
Side-scrolling Metrovania with it exploring like 2D based action adventure. It like looks like all this hand-drawn really intricate artwork.
Yeah.
Where you like take this little guy and you go through all these different little places in a almost looks like it's in a library or some kind of office or something, but then there's all these different like hand-drawn things and there's these big like pathways of ink that take you from place to place, and I don't. It looks really interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I was the first one to say, "Hey, this looks like a Brant game."
It's like stories inside of the pages, inside of the books, inside of the library. It's got a weird
Mhm.
compounding, yeah, and the art style is gorgeous. Definitely look at that video in motion. It's awesome looking. Then we got Crimson Desert. This was announced a long time ago and recently got a
Yeah.
delay, but now they're saying PS5 on March 19th of next year. And this one looks awesome too. Friend of the show, Andrew, turned me onto this. He's like, "Man, what do you know about Crimson Desert? Check it out. You need to see it. I think it might be something you're interested in." I was like, "Holy shit, this looks good." Definitely watch that trailer. Then we got some new hardware. Brant, would you like a new PSP?
New PSP?
That's not
Whatever
it.
do you mean?
It's not a PSP, Brant. Let it go. Or a Vita. Sony announced some new speakers. Is Sony good at making audio stuff? These are rhetorical, of course. It's peripheral time. Sony having unveiled its new Pulse Elevate wireless speaker lineup. The short version is they promise, quote, ultra low latency, lifelike gaming audio, and a built-in mic, end quote. All designed to work with PS5, PC, and Mac. They come in black or white, feature a rechargeable battery, and are set to launch sometime next year. They
And
look
of course, they have PlayStation Link, so they can be used with your PS5, your PlayStation Portal. Or yeah.
It's a pretty good little protocol from everything I've seen where people talk about it. I don't have anything that uses it outside of. I just have the Portal. Like I don't have the earbuds or anything that uses that link. It's kind of hard to. It's just a hype sizzle reel, right? They can't really express how the audio is going to sound over a video like that, but they look cool. I like the way they look. God of War is getting a limited edition 20th anniversary controller.
No way.
It looks like Kratos. I thought we would be getting more for Kratos' 20th anniversary.
Yeah, we got a game to go along with that, right?
Yeah, sure. What did we get, Brant? Insomniac's Wolverine.
Nope.
No, the God of War controller. Go ahead.
I was totally expecting, because there's been rumor about two things in production, both a remake or re-release of that HD collection has been floating around for like a few years now, and then also some kind of what's been described as a like 2.5D God of War game. And I don't know, maybe we'll hear something about something like that later, but all they gave us was the controller.
And I was ready.
Definitely when I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I was like, ooh, now show us a game. Show us a game with it.
Here we go. You got the controller. Controller's $85. Comes out October 23rd. You can pre-order October 3rd. I'm like, here it is. They're really gonna go in. And then it just went straight away from God of War. It went to
But we
Wolverine.
got a pretty awesome announcement.
It's God of War-esque, right?
Trailer. No. We got the full trailer for Insomniac's Wolverine.
Which is God of War-esque, right? Hack and slash, violent claws
even more
in somebody's throat. Yeah. Ooh, there were some dark
like,
looking stuff in there.
It's like Wolverine crossed with Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
It is bloody, it is visceral, it is gritty, and it looks like it's gonna be a damn good game.
Yeah, it does.
Do
yourself a favor and
trailer.
Go watch this trailer. Yeah.
Yes.
And a great design for Wolverine. And they featured his voice actor too, right? And like likeness and stuff. I always like the behind the scenes stuff in these trade show videos where they either show us some of the team or voice actor or motion caption actor or something like that, and we get some of that inside baseball. Microsoft used to do that, like maybe they still do. It's just been a minute since they did, but it was like a dev's diary episode of their directs or whatever they call those. I like when they do those.
Yeah.
2026 for Wolverine.
Spring. Yeah.
Wow. So it'll probably get a dedicated direct, right? Like they do with their big first party titles. State of Play, I'm sorry. They're all directs to me. They're all states of play. We're all in some state of play at any given time. What'd you think? We didn't do your recap of the Nintendo one. What'd you think of the Nintendo one?
Oh, the Nintendo one I thought was pretty good.
Something for everybody, right? What'd you think about the PlayStation one?
The state of play, it was pretty good. There was definitely a few in there that I thought were really, really great additions, and I'm really looking forward to, especially Wolverine.
Oh my God, Brant! I don't know if we can do this. I don't have it in me. I'm gonna tell you now. What's some good takeaways from the Xbox Tokyo Game Show broadcast?
We can.
Is there some bullet points?
Yeah, we can hit these really quick. So in the consciousness of keeping time short-ish,
insanity.
A remake of a old PlayStation 2 game. We have Gungrave Gore Blood Heat. That was the first look at that.
So they remade one of those, right? Is this the second one, or was that Gungrave one a different title? I didn't even know this came out.
No, because there was Gungrave Overdose.
That's right.
I'm looking at it.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yep.
Then they showed off a trailer for the 007 First Light and introduced Gemma Chan as
Dr. Selena
Tan.
Is this like a Q character? Gadgets and stuff?
Yeah, she's gadgets, tech, things like that.
Yeah.
Then we got a look at Double Dragon Revival.
Nope.
Or Revive.
Nope.
Yeah, this
Cesar's not here.
This is the Cesar minute.
If Weesh hates playing Pokemon with me, he needs to play some Double Dragon with Cesar.
Then we had a hands-on with Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, which we talked about coming to multiple things here.
Yeah.
We have the latest in probably what's going to be another Pokemon Company lawsuit after Power World. Amino. It's a trailer showing off what looks like a bunch of Pokemon-esque critters.
Oh, they're coming for them.
They're
absolutely coming for them.
Then they showed off Sudden Strike 5. And went into right after that the Monster Hunter Stories games, where Monster Hunter Stories 1, 2, and 3 will be coming to Xbox.
That's big.
When
was this
Bruce
show?
Lee crossover?
I don't remember this show at all. When was this?
Thursday.
Okay.
I want to say this was late Thursday.
Gotcha.
They have a Bruce Lee crossover with Hitman, where you protect Bruce Lee.
Okay, I was about to say, there's no way you assassinate Bruce Lee in this game, right? They wouldn't do that.
No.
You try to neutralize anyone else attempting to kill him. I was like, ooh, jeez. That would be weird.
It says you can play for free. The update is available on all platforms from today until November 20th. And then we got another look at the
Hotel Barcelona.
51,
yeah, the
Hotel
game.
Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really, really good still.
Is that out?
Said, we got
launches tomorrow. It's out.
Yeah. Like you said, we got the more hands-on with Dragon Quest 1, 2, HD 2D. The brand new area.
Dragon Quest is all over the place right now. You realize that? Like, I feel like it has more of a presence than it's had in a long time. Between all the remakes and the reimagining.
Something called Rhythm Doctor. which apparently only has one button. The easiest game you've ever played, the trailer boasts. The game comes out the 6th of December across Xbox Series SX and PC via Steam. They showed off some flight simulator update featuring Japan, the likes of like Tokyo and Osaka.
Japan, pretty good setting for a video game.
Right.
Might there be another announcement coming up where a game takes place in Japan? In a vehicle.
Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven, out now on Xbox Series consoles.
Oh, that just made it to Xbox? I thought when that came out, it was out on everything.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Cozy game coming up.
Yep. Cozy game Star Sand Island, which is just another, like you said, cozy, cute life sim game. Will be out February 1st on your Xbox Series, SNX, PS5, and PC. Then we had Project Evil Bane. Won't be out until 2027.
Whoa, is this our first 2027
fantasy multiplayer?
Yeah.
About to say, yeah, this is the first one this whole episode that we've had for 2027.
It's way on out there.
But looks interesting. Then we had Ninja Gaiden 4. The difficulty options, where they showed a range of different options tailored to maybe somebody a little bit more casual or somebody a little bit more inclined to have a challenge.
Ninja Dog. The easy mode Ninja Dog.
If you watched that trailer, there's definitely a part in there I was like, whoa, that looks like Ratchet and Clank. He's like grinding on a rail and goes through like a tear or a rift. It looked like I was like, oh, they're taking some inspiration there.
Yeah, borrowing from a rift apart. October 21st. I didn't realize Ninja Gaiden was so soon.
We have another extraction game, Mistfall Hunter. This is no release date as of yet. So, Winter Burrow. It's a survival game where you play as some little cartoon mouse.
Yeah, it looks like a Redwall-esque type thing.
Yeah, November 12th. Across, it looks like just about everything: Switch, Xbox, and PC.
Yeah, I don't see PlayStation in there. We've seen this in some other show. This Winter Burrow looks pretty good.
Yeah, some Evangelion collaboration coming to Terminal Brigade.
What is Terminal Brigade?
I'm not sure.
Never heard of it? A quick check on Steam shows the game has mostly negative rating from players, which just about sums up this showcase. Holy shit, Eurogamer's going in.
Let's see. I'll skip that thing because there's not much even on there. There was another small little look and trailer for Black Ops 7.
Black Ops 7.
Showing again some Japanese themed levels.
November 14th and Game Pass. And 4-player co-op campaign, I think Cesar was telling us.
Yep. We'll definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, another one of those worst kept secrets. Forza Horizon, to be exact, 6 will be taking place in Japan. And will be out sometime in 2026.
Quick tease. Horizon games are good. Cesar loves those. I think he bought the last one for everything.
Oh, yeah.
And it plays well on Steam Deck.
I remember him saying he liked the DualSense integration on that too.
Oh, that is your Xbox at Tokyo Game Show. What do you feel about that one? Something for everybody. It was good. It's late.
Yeah, it
We're
was pretty good.
tired. Try not to sell it short, but solid shows. That Bond game continues to look better, like more and more
It
impressive.
does.
It
It's so
looks,
good.
yeah, it looks fantastic. Speaking of arch villains and enemies, Doug Bowser stepping down as president and COO of Nintendo of America. This is from VGC and Chris Golion. Doug Bowser
Who's taking
has
his
announced
place? Thomas Wario?
Thomas Wario. Pretty good. I think, yeah, there it is. Devin Pritchard. And she has been on stage for some things. So I've got to look in a little bit more and see what she's all about.
I think she's been with Nintendo technically longer than Doug was.
Wow. 19 years for... No, that's for Pritchard. All right, Doug Bowser retires December 31st, 2025, the end of the year. Who picks the last day of the year? I guess that's a specific decision, right? Pritchard, who is currently Nintendo of America's Executive Vice President of Revenue, Marketing, and Consumer Experience, joined Nintendo 19 years ago and is described by the company as a, quote, long-standing member of the NOA leadership team. She will also join the NOA board of directors and become an NCL executive officer. Along with Pritchard's promotion, Satoru Shibata, the former Nintendo of Europe president and current managing executive officer, corporate director and member of the board at NCL, Nintendo's Japanese arm, VGC notes, will join Nintendo of America as its CEO while still continuing his roles at NCL. Bowser became Nintendo of America president in April 2019 after Reggie Fils-Aimé stepped down from the role, and the company has joked numerous times about him having the same name as Mario's arch nemesis. There's some corporate quotes.
I'm about to say, I think a lot of it's just
more corporate quotes. They are. Yeah, the Bowser stuff was so easy. It was right there.
I mean, it felt like just not that long ago that he took the reins, honestly. Doesn't feel like he's been in that position that long.
Well, that was right before COVID, so we know like time compressed over the last 6 years somehow. And then Reggie has still been... like he's active on social media and he wrote a book and the Switch just kind of took off. It almost feel like Nintendo has needed less that sort of upfront personality and presence than the other companies have needed the past few years, like identity wise. For us, you know, what does that stuff mean too?
Yeah.
I
mean, it seemed like Reggie was way more involved, way more visible, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it could have been just because we were still in that area of E3 and tree houses and how many years did we see Reggie and Satoru Iwata and Miyamoto stage together year after year after year?
Star Fox puppets.
And then we went from that to like never seeing any of these people.
Right.
And they just sit in their office and we see other people when it comes on to the Nintendo Directs and things like that. At the end of the day, Doug Bowser or anybody who winds up getting in that position is for Nintendo of America, they basically just have to figure out how to sell what Nintendo of Japan tells them to do. It's like, okay, they're telling us to do this. How are we going to market this? Like, they don't really have that much say-so of what happens or goes on. So
it's not as bad as it used to be. The first Nintendo of America president was Minoru Arakawa, and he was the son-in-law of Hiroshi Yamauchi. I don't know. He's like, he brought Nintendo into the 21st century essentially. But he kept him at arm's length for certain things. But I think things have gotten a lot better over those generations. I mean, Doug Bowser oversaw a very prolific time period for Nintendo. one could argue it was set up. I mean, 2019 was kind of set up for him, but he had to navigate the pandemic and all those challenges. And it was nice to have Animal Crossing seemingly right there, ready to deliver and just become a zeitgeist during those early periods of the pandemic. Worldwide, that wasn't just here. It was a big deal in Europe and Japan and everywhere. Good stuff. Happy retirement, Doug Bowser. Your pension might be slightly more than mine, I'm guessing, from Nintendo of America.
Yeah. Couple pennies higher.
Brant, we fucking did it, man. We got through that news.
Powered through it, man.
I was ready to tap out and not do the Xbox one, and you were like, well, I'm doing this. Let's go. So you rallied us. I jumped in. I jumped in to contribute a little bit as you carried us across the finish line. For sanity and time's sake, I've not played a whole lot. I think something I did mess around with was with Cesar. So next time he's on, we can touch on that a little bit. It's more of a, not really a games played, but more of a games attempted, and here's pitfalls of current generation gaming. I started up Dragon Quest 3, the 2D HD one. I may be like 30, 45 minutes in there. It got a Switch 2 upgrade that they didn't really advertise. It was just kind of put in the footnotes. So I popped that in, and I'm just doing like the intro stuff. Like I haven't even fought a battle yet.
Yeah.
And then the other day,
it run pretty well though.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's got performance or graphics mode on there, and I can't really tell like flipping them back and forth. But that performance is so buttery smooth as you're just moving around castles and going upstairs and pressing A to stairs. Everything just runs like super smooth. And then the other day I had like my gaming paralysis. Like I got too much to play. I don't have enough time. I don't know what to play. We had the power pad hooked up a couple weeks ago, and the NES is still hooked up. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to play some Mario Brothers. And I played probably 45 minutes of Mario Brothers 3 and the original Super Mario Brothers, just messing around and playing those first few levels and enjoying myself again. Not stressed about long RPGs or remembering where I was in other titles and trying to get back to it. Just playing some Mario Brothers with muscle memory. But that's been it. That's been my adventures the past couple weeks. Bring us home, Brant.
I dabbled a little bit too here and there.
It's a dabbling time period right now.
I know right now I'm kind of waiting for because it's supposed to be amazing, and because it's the time of the year for spooky games, I think it would be a great time to play it. But Silent Hill F will be, my copy should be here tomorrow.
Very cool.
So I'm looking forward to that because some people are saying it's the best Silent Hill, modern Silent Hill that they've played. So,
really,
yeah,
that's high praise.
They're like, this is exactly what the franchise needed and exactly the direction that I, hoped it would go in. And there's some high praise out there for this
Silent Hill F.
this game.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll have some impressions this coming week of that. What I dabbled in, I know I popped, I saw something about there was a bunch of mystery gifts in Pokemon Scarlet that you could get, so I popped that in my Switch too.
Okay.
And holy crap, the Switch 2 update for that game, it does. You still have like the pop in and a little bit of draw distance issues, but for the most part, that game runs so much better.
Night and day difference.
it's so night and day. And that was, I got all these mystery gifts, and then I'm just running around, riding around. Wait a minute. This is what happened? What did they do to this game? It actually runs great now.
Yeah.
So I messed around with that a little bit. You sent me a code for Strider via Steam. I
Strider.
probably put probably 2 hours or so in that Strider.
Oh, sweet.
It's a good ass.
So it was
It's a
just a
good-ass
random
Strider
fun
game.
surprise code. Awesome.
It is, almost fast-paced, semi-Metroidvania-esque, where you're going around and then you'll come across something that gives you a new ability or new power, new universal ability, and it just opens up more parts of this and that, and it's a good game. It's a good ass game. It's been a minute since I played a Strider, so thank you for that.
Looks good in motion. You're welcome. Yeah,
It's
you're
so
welcome.
good, so good. Other than that, I dabbled with a PS. Was it two? I think it was a PS1 game.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
You were
Pretty
probably
sure it's
playing on PS2 or through alternate
No.
storefronts.
It is a PS1 game. I was playing it oh gosh. Via MU Deck
Okay.
on Steam Deck. It's called Rengoku Showtime. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I never heard of this one.
Think of Power Stone, but
Okay.
like basically takes place on like a kid's little sketchbook or something. So it's like these little hand-drawn cartoon characters, and it's crazy, it's zany, it's out there. It was a Japanese only release. But it's a really really fun time. Um and it's one of those you can just pick it up and play it for a little while, have some fun with it.
Yeah. Like Power
Um,
Stone.
Yes. And then other than that, I know we talked about what killed the a lot of the DS market over here last show. And I actually had one of these coming. So I have the parallel Easy Flash SD card, and I'm playing my own backups, of course.
Yes, as one does.
This is a flashcard's main appeal is because you don't want to wear out that cartridge slot. Over time, even Star said his 3DS cartridge slot wore out. So that's one of the main reasons to buy these. There's no other reason to buy flash cards. You want to preserve what you got, right?
Right. You want that thing to click in there still. You don't want to have to be clicking it in and out over and over.
Mm-hmm. You want to save those pins, those connectors.
Yes.
Preservation. So I've been dabbling with that. But there's an interesting thing that happens when you try to emulate some of those Pokemon games. They had some protections on those games.
Really? What will it do?
I think it's mostly. I haven't had problems out of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but apparently those could soft lock you out of the game where it would just be like when you get into a battle, you'd get into a weird loop and it would crash where like they'd throw the Pokeball and it would just get stuck in that animation and then just crash. I haven't had that happen. But the ones where it was a little bit more egregious was once you got to the 5th generation and Black and White and Black and White 2 was where if you had those games and they weren't played on the actual cartridge, you could start the game, you could play the game, but you could not earn experience. Therefore, your Pokemon can't level up. So it becomes very hard to play the actual game.
Come on, power through, you coward. Level 1. Final team.
Not only that, my son may have also got one of these.
Okay.
And he of course is playing his own games. as well. The World Ends With You, a game that was designed for
Yeah.
the original DS.
It got a remaster
Some-
past like 5 or 6 years.
Something about either just the American market, because I know they had a lot of problems with piracy over here, or something to do with when they were changing the code and localizing the game. That game has an issue where you start it up, you start playing, and then once you get past like the tiny bit of tutorial and it starts the opening cutscene, it gets, I don't know, 20 seconds into that cutscene, and then it breaks. It has a part where it just like freezes. And if you were playing this game maybe in another way, you might be able to get around that. But what's interesting is he was playing it on his.
Are they unpatched?
2DS.
Like there's no way to do a patch or something for those?
There may be a patched version. What was interesting was he was reading where like you could close the game and then go back in, and once you got to that point again, you would like basically exit the game or go back to like the main menu or something, and it would like get around it. What he wound up doing was, because he was playing on his 2DS XL, he wound up being able to spam the home button, and it wound up like he'd go, home button back in, and wound up being able to get past it and hasn't had an issue since. It's like, that's very interesting.
Brute forced it using using the OS in the system. That's crazy.
So I was wondering, I was like, okay, what would happen if I played it on actual hardware? Would it still do it? So DS Lite, it does it. It soft locks, and there's no way to get around it.
Interesting. You guys may be onto something.
One of the things he found was, of course, yes, you could probably find a patch for it, or the Japanese version doesn't have it, so you could technically play that first intro bit in the Japanese version, save the game, and then migrate your save over to the English version and continue playing and have no problems. So
interesting discovery y'all made.
Trying to think.
What else did you tinker with? I need a Famicom Disk System update. I feel like it's been a minute. And you saw we got Zelda 2's music on the Nintendo Music app, and it's got the Famicom Disk System. That intro with the
track.
Oh, so good! It's so good.
I feel like maybe there was something else, but I can't remember off the top of my head. That's probably it for right now.
All right, is that our show? We wrapping up?
That's it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
See you. Adios. Can I have the adios?